Factoring out the greatest common factor. What does that mean? What does that mean? We're going to take out as much as we can. We're going to take out as much as we can. Let's just start with an example, I think. So here's the first example. It's going to be very, very simple. Factor out the greatest common factor. Well, what is the greatest common factor? The greatest common factor is just the biggest number that divides both of your terms, or all of your terms. It's okay if you don't understand that yet, but here, I'm just going to ask myself, what divides 50 and also 80? And I'm trying to figure out the biggest number that does that. Well, I know that I can divide by 10. So I'll divide by 10. Whatever I divide by goes on the outside of parentheses. That's something to remember. It's very important. So I have the 10. Maybe I have more also. Actually, so that's what can I divide both of those numbers by? And then what's the smallest exponent that I have? Here, it's x squared. So I can also divide by x squared. It's kind of backwards. You think of the biggest number that goes into 50 and 80, and then you just think of the smallest exponent. Because, I mean, this has 3 x's, but this one only has 2. So the most I can take out is 2 from here and 2 from there. So I'll divide by 10x squared. So I get 10x squared here. And what's 50 divided by 10? That's just 5. X squared divided by x squared cancels out. And then I have 80 divided by 10. That's just 8. And x cubed divided by x squared. 3 minus 2 is 1. So I get just regular x. And that's all there is to it. That's it. That's all she wrote. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's it. So first, what divides 50 and 80? You're trying to find the biggest number that does that. Here, 50 could also be divided by 2, but it's not the greatest number that can divide 50 and 80. 10 is the greatest number. That's why it's called the greatest common factor. And then the other question that I was asking myself is, what's the smallest power that I have? And I'll divide by that as well. And that's where the x squared came from. I can only divide out the smallest power because this one only has 2 of them. I can't take out more than there are. When I say take out, I'm talking about dividing. I can't divide by more than what there are. So let's think of another example. Example 2. So here, let's factor out something. What's the biggest number that I can divide 28, 40, and 8 by? Well, I know that 28, what is that, 4 times 7? That's 4. Can I go any higher? I don't think so. This is divisible by 4. This is divisible by 4. This is also divisible by 4. And that's the biggest number that I can divide with all 3 of them. So, yeah, biggest term that I can divide out, well, that's going to be 4 for the number. And the m, well, what's the smallest power? Well, here I have m to the 4th, here I have m to the 3rd, and here I don't have m at all. There is no m, so I cannot take any m's out. So all I can do is divide by that 4. So I have the 4 on the outside. Remember, whatever you divide by goes on the outside of parentheses. And then you have 28 divided by 4, that's 7. M to the 4th plus 10m cubed plus 2. And that's it. That's all you can do. That's factoring out the greatest common factor. If I wanted to check this, I could just distribute back, right? If I wanted to check it. So for me, if I wanted to check, 4 times 7 is 28. And I tack on the m to the 4th, because that's still there. 4 times 10, that's 40. Tack on the m cubed. And 4 times 2 is 8. And that's what I wanted. So this is indeed my answer. All right, 28 m to the 4th plus 40. So this is checking. That's checking. Yeah, there you go. Let's do another one, huh? What a roll. Call us butter, put on a roll. Okay. On this one, maybe you should pause it and try it on your own. Here, we can take out a negative, because they're all negative. Look at that. And yeah, you should pause it right now and try it on your own. What I see is that I can divide by -5 for all of them. I can divide by -5. But remember, that's what divides both or all three of them. In this case, all three of them are divisible by 5. I can't divide by 15 because the -5 and the -5 aren't divisible by 15. So the biggest I can do is -5. And then the next question is, what is the smallest power? In this example, the smallest one was just non-existent. In this one, the smallest power looks like x squared. So I can divide by x squared the entire time. All right, let's see. Whatever I divide by goes on the outside. So I have -5x squared. And, well, -5 divided by -5, that's just 1. And x squared divided by x squared, that's just 1 also. So we get 1 there. -5 divided by -5, again, that's 1. So plus 1. Remember, negative divided by negative is a positive. And then x cubed divided by x squared, that would be just regular x, right? You subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. So you just get 1x. And then it's plus -15 divided by -5, that's positive 3. X to the 4th, 4 minus 2 is 2. So we get x squared. And if you wanted to check, you could distribute. So there you go. So whatever you divide by goes on the outside of the parentheses. That's why we had that -5x squared there. Shall we do another? Do we need to do another? Maybe we practice some in class, huh? Huh? Yeah, that'll be done. That'll be it.